Welcome to Nihongo channel. Let's start today's lesson. In today's lesson, you're going to learn about Japanese verb groups. And there are 6 steps for learning the Japanese verb groups today. So please remember these 6 steps. Okay. The first step. Okay. I have 2 questions. Can you answer this question first? How many verb groups do we have in Japanese? The answer is simply 3. Yep. Okay, the next question. What do you call them? The answer is quite an easy one, for sure. If you remember, group 1, group 2, and group 3. So we're going to find out today how to identify group 1, group 2, and group 3 verbs correctly. Okay, let's begin. So how do you correctly identify group 1 verbs? What is the significant characteristics of the Japanese verb group 1 verbs? Can you answer the question? The answer is the last letter of the standard mass of the group 1 has its sound. Okay, for example, wakarimasu. Kawarimasu, to change. Okay? D is the last letter of the standard of mass form, mass. So D has got its sound, therefore kawarimasu, to change, is group 1. Some other group 1 verbs, oyogimasu, wakarimasu, nomimasu, kakimasu, asobimasu. Do you know the meaning of these group 1 verbs? Okay. Alright. However, we do have a few exceptions of the verb has got its sound and instead. The exception don't belong to they don't belong to group 1. So it's very complicated, but I try to explain the rule for the exceptions clearly as much as possible. Okay, later on. Okay. Today's third step is about how to identify group 3 verbs. So we've done group 1. Okay. Group 1 has got its ending stem. Okay. For example, oyogimasu, kawarimasu, and so forth. Let's move on to group 3 verbs. So how are you going to identify group 3 verbs correctly? Okay. There are 2 verbs. Okay. Can you identify these 2 verbs? One of them starts with shimasu, okay, do something. Yeah? And the other one is kimasu. The meaning of kimasu is to come. Now there is another kimasu verb which will be talked about later. Okay? Alright. Give you the meaning of the other kimasu. To wear something for upper body. Kimasu. This kimasu is not a group 3 verb. Okay. Kimasu to come, kimasu to wear something for upper body. It sounds exactly the same, but as you can see, kanjis are different. Okay. Let's move on to the 4th step. Can you answer this question? Are there any other group 3 verbs than shimasu and kimasu? Yes, the answer has to be yes. Okay. But can you identify these verbs? Okay. Benkyou shimasu is one of these types of group 3 verbs. Ends with shimasu. Okay, benkyou shimasu. Benkyou is a noun of study. So, but you cannot create your own the group 3 verbs using shimasu. Okay? So you have to remember these verbs. Renshu shimasu is another example. Renshu is practicing or practice as a noun, and there is a renshu shimasu to practice. Okay, soju shimasu, tidy up, clean or vacuum. Copy shimasu, okay, to photocopy. Right. However, be careful with this one. Hana shimasu. Okay. Hana shimasu meaning to speak. Doesn't belong to group 3. Hana shimasu itself group 1, and hana shimasu is one word rather than compound word. Okay. Good work, everyone. The 5th step for today's lesson is about how to identify group 2 verbs. So you have already learned how to identify group 1 verb and group 3 verbs as well, with a bit of expanded or compound verb, group 3 verb with the shimasu. This which has got the structure of noun plus shimasu. For example, benkyou shimasu, renshu shimasu, and so forth. So how are you going to identify group 2 verbs? Let's have a look. There are 2 types of group 2 verbs you need to remember. Okay, the first type of group 2 verbs has got it sound ending stem of mas. Nemasu, tabemasu, okay. Misemasu. Nemasu is already mentioned. Okay, so it sound ending stem belongs to group 1. In particular, first type of group 1 are group 2 verbs. Okay, as I said, there are 2 types of Japanese group 2 verbs. So let's have a look at the second type of group 2 verbs. So this type of group 2 verbs are a little bit tricky ones because it doesn't have its sound ending stem. Instead, it sound ending stem. Now, do you remember which verb group has got it sound ending stem? That was group 1 verb, wasn't it? So the reason why the second types of group 2 verbs confuse you because of this. Okay, so let's have a look at the example of the second types of group 2, which has got its ending stem. There are 9, and I really want you to remember there are more, verbs, but for PC Victorian education curriculum for senior studies, you need to remember these 9 group 2 verbs of second types of group 2 verbs. Okay, there are 3 categories. The first category is a single letter stem with itself. Imasu, anime things exists. Kimasu, remember kimasu, the other kimasu with different kanji was group 3, remember? But kimasu to wear for upper body is group 2, in particular second type of group 2 verbs. Mimasu, okay? So all 3 has got only single letter stem with itsu ending. The second categories of second type of group 2 verbs have 2-letter stem, and first letter is o. So o something must. Okay. I want you to remember 2 verbs of this category. Okimasu, to wake up, get up. Orimasu, get off, transport. Ochimasu, meaning to fall, belongs to this category, but perhaps you don't need to remember, okay, for BCE. Let's have a look at the last category of the second type of group 2, which has got itsu and stem. I cannot make some sort of the pattern out of these 4 verbs. Shower or abimasu, to have a shower. Dekimasu, which means to be able to do something. Kashimasu, to lend. Karimasu, to borrow. Okay. Of course, there is another verb, for example, shinjimasu, to believe, but perhaps you don't need to remember shinjimasu for BC study. Okay. There are more this kind of type 2, second type of the group 2 verb, which has got its stem. Okay. So this is it for today's lesson, particularly explanation part, okay, of the how to identify Japanese verbs. So Japanese verb groups. Okay. So let's start a bit of a revision. Okay. So there are 16 verbs right here. Can you identify the Japanese verb groups? Okay, you can now pause for a while until you can finish identifying verb groups. Okay, let's check your answer. Answers. 1. Nomimasu, group 1. To drink. Number 2. Hanashimasu, to speak or talk. Group 1. 3. Asobimasu, group 1. Meaning muck about, play around, have fun. Number 4. Okimasu, group 2. Be careful. This is the second type of group 2 verb. Okay, it's ending and a category 2. 2-letter stem starting with o and then another letter as a part of the stem. Okimasu, to get up, group 2. Number 5, benkyo group 3, to study. Remember, benkyo is a noun of study, and you've got shimasu, so group 3. 6, 見ます。Again, this is the second type of group 2. Single stem, it sound ending, verb, 見ます to see. To watch, look, group 2. Number 7, 食べます group 2, it sound ending, always. If you have it sound ending stem, that means always. There's no exceptions. This is group 2, 食べます to eat. Number 8, 貸します。貸します group 2. Okay, 貸します the third category group 2. So, as a part of the second type of group 2, which has got its ending stem, and among that, the third category, which is a random. Okay, number 9, 寝ます to sleep, group 2, it sounding, 泳ぎます it sound ending, group 1, 11, します to do, group 3, 12, います even though it sound ending, single letter stem, with it letter or it sound stem, so group 2. Okay. 教えます it sound ending, to teach, group 2. Number 14, できます to be able to do something, even though it sound ending, できます is group 2. Okay. As a third category, random. 15, 書きます group 1, and 16, 練習します again, this is group 3. Okay. With the structure of noun plus します okay, so this is what you learned today. So you learn about 3 verb groups. In particular, you learn how to identify these 3 Japanese verb groups, group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next lesson. See you. それでは、さようなら。